We went through the 3 steps for creating a goal in the previous lesson. In step 3, which is the setting up of the goal details, you will find different details are needed depending on the goal type. For the destination goal, we learned that it will track a conversion every time someone lands on your defined destination. You will need to set which page the goal should trigger. Simply enter the URL and set the matching criteria for this URL to begin with equals to or regular expression. The regular expression option should be used when you need Google to take note of a specific search pattern in your URL. A common example is when someone has completed a conversion. They will arrive on a thank you page, regardless of whichever product they have purchased. In this case, you will set up a destination to begin with and the beginning URL of your thank you page. You can then choose to set the goal value and choose to set up a funnel which would enable the funnel visualization report for this goal. Funnels are based on an ideal flow path and are usually useful if your website has one clear path in the user's journey. For example, if you are an e-commerce website, the user's journey usually starts at the cart page, followed by the billing and shipping information page, then the payment page, and then the review page before finally arriving at the order completed page. If you have set up your funnel, you will be able to see the funnel visualization report under Conversions, Goals, Funnel Visualization. By setting this up, you can clearly visualize the number of visitors that flow through or exit the funnel at each step. This will help you understand where the leaks are in your funnel and you can improve on them. When you create goals, there are some good goal habits that you should consider maintaining. The first is to ensure that you plan before you start setting up goals. Remember, once you set up a goal, you cannot delete the data stored for that goal ID. Therefore, it is important to determine beforehand the actions on your website that lead to your business objectives. Track and plan out these goals before you set them up in your Google Analytics. The next good goal habit is to set up goal values. This adds the context to how valuable the goal is to your business. It doesn't necessarily have to reflect the actual revenue generated. For goals that are higher up the funnel, it can also reflect the potential value that it may generate for your business. Let's say that you're setting up a goal to measure leads before they convert to purchases. How would you set a goal value for that? Let's take these numbers as an example. If you generated more than $1 million of revenue from your final purchase goal, this is based on actual revenue generated. And over the same duration, you generated over 21,000 leads where users downloaded a brochure from you. You can then assume that there is a direct correlation between purchases and leads. So if you wanted to add a value for your leads, you can divide your revenue of over $1 million by 21,000 leads to get your goal value of about approximately $53 for each lead. This context also allows you to calculate your ROI from campaigns that are not just targeting final sales. I hope these tips are useful for you when you start planning your goal setups and your goal values. That brings us to the final learning unit of this course, where we will discuss redefining your organizational approach to analytics.